Diary of a Wimpy Kid focuses on Greg Heffley, an ambitious kid with an active imagination and big plans to be rich and famous. Problem is that he has to survive middle school first. This is based on the children's book series of the same name and is the fifth film adaptation of these books, though the second adaptation of the first book in particular after the first live-action film, which were how these stories were previously adapted. Though this serves as a reboot to the franchise, having premiered on Disney Plus early in December, plan being to continue adapting these books in animated format moving forward, presumably also on Disney Plus. Now, I have no attachment to this series, and I am not the target audience. I was already in high school by the time the first book was out, and I was in college by the time of the first movie, and I never saw any of the other movies prior to seeing this. Though I still decided to give this a shot as I was intrigued by the animation style as well as its noticeably quick 58-minute runtime, and for what it is, it's cute, if nothing incredible. The film does capture the anxieties and pains of growing up quite well, and it shows the fickle nature of how children can be. This is captured especially by Greg, who sees himself as this sort of cool kid, though he gets the tables turned on him throughout the film, where his friend Rowley, who he thought would embarrass him when they entered middle school due to his childish ways, winds up becoming the more popular of the two kids, and that's mainly due to Greg accidentally breaking his arm and trying to lie his way out of it, only to make the situation worse for himself. And the tensions between the two as they fight for popularity led to a lot of nice humorous moments that got some solid laughs out of me, especially as these struggles of growing up are something everyone will find relatable to a degree. As kids, we've jumped friend groups sometimes for inexplicable reasons, made mountains out of molehills for saying just one wrong word, as well as having been completely self-conscious about doing activities that would be deemed not cool, like when Greg doesn't even want to go trick-or-treating. And I liked whenever there were tall tales told by the kids, or if they recounted the story, like the cheese in the playground, it would be shown to us via sequences that resembled paper drawings, so that they were literally portrayed as stories. It gave the film some nice visual flair while representing the overactive imagination of kids. Plus, I especially appreciated the shorter runtime, as it allowed the film to get right to the point and not suffer so much from any pacing issues. Though while I enjoyed it overall, I did take a bit of an issue with the fact that Greg can be too big of a jerk at times, and it does make him a bit of a frustrating protagonist. It's worth noting he does reflect on what he does, and this is meant to be a kid learning the difference between right and wrong and learning the hard way about growing up, but he can still be quite mean in some instances, though at least on the flip side, it does make you considerably more sympathetic to Rowley given his inherent likability and the way Greg treats him. Plus, to add to that 58-minute runtime, while it mostly works to the movie's advantage, it does lead to it being over before you know it, and it does give it this inconsequential feel that might make it one of the only turnoffs for anyone outside of that target audience. It's nothing the film necessarily does wrong, especially since this is first and foremost a kids movie, but because of that minuscule feel at times, it does make it the one thing holding it back from being something adults would love just as much as kids. Still, Diary of a Wimpy Kid isn't a bad time overall. It might not be some new animated classic, and it definitely feels like something kids will love way more than any other audience, but it still captures the awkward struggles of growing up well, with a unique animation style and tons of fun little moments of humor that I found myself chuckling at. It's nothing incredible, but it works for what it is, and it'll be fun to see future adaptations of these stories if they're anything like this. Diary of a Wimpy Kid gets a 6.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you think it was better than the live action movies? Are you looking forward to more of these animated films? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.